Welcome to class. My name is Monica Bray. This is yoga for beginners, but I love teaching beginner yoga classes. And even though I've been practicing for years and years and years, I love taking a beginner yoga class. This class is going to be focused around noticing how your body feels as opposed to a particular alignment, or whether your foot is in the right place or your hip or your knee is in the right place, but more about the feeling that you feel when you move. So we're going to start in a seat. I always have props by my mat. So it's a good idea for you to always have a blanket, a strap, and a couple of blocks by your mat as well. So take the most comfortable seat for your body. Sometimes for me, it feels like a seated, cross-legged position. And other times I prefer to take a seat with my legs straight out in front of me. So you choose what feels right for you. And then as you come to the seat that feels right, just notice if your shoulders are over your hips, right? Or if they are before your hips, in front of them, or behind your hips. And just situate yourself so that it doesn't feel like a lot of effort to sit here. Right? If it feels okay, you can lower your gaze towards your mat. Just listen to my words. Going to keep your lower body still, and we'll just shift your upper body, right? Just a little bit of movement. So again, you can just keep your eyes closed and just kind of feel this out. If you need to look, I'm going to show you this. So you're going to shift your shoulders forward of your hips and shift your shoulders back. So it's not just your shoulders, right? It's your whole torso just goes forward and back. And then notice as you shift forward and back, if it requires some effort from you. So if you shift forward, that requires some work for you to stay right here. And then when you shift back, does that require some effort from you on the front line so that you don't tip back? Let's go forward and back a couple more times. Right, and then be still. Now we're going to shift left and right. Right, so don't think about like, am I doing it right? Or am I going as far as Monica wants me to? Just make the movement that feels right in your body. So notice it if you when you shift towards the left, like it feels like you can go really far towards the left, and then towards the right, it's like, oh, I can only go a little bit, right? Just take that information in. Or if shifting from side to side, if that feels pretty equal, right? Just assess the feeling as well. Do you feel sensation on the sides of your waist? And then bring your torso to stillness. Now that front and back, side to side movement, we're going to combine and make circles with your torso. So let's circle towards the right first, and then back, around to the left, and forward. Do 2 more circles to the right. And again, it doesn't matter your leg position. We are just trying to make circles with the upper body. Notice if this circle to the right feels easy, right? Like you could do it all day long. And then when you switch the direction of the circle to the left, does that feel easier, or does it feel like you have to concentrate a little bit more? Or does it feel the same? Very nice. And then come back to center. Just slow your circle down and we'll meet right in the middle, right? Round your shoulders forward. And as you round your shoulders forward, you can draw your chin towards your chest. See if you feel a stretch or what do you feel across your upper back. Lift your chest. Just come back to a neutral spine. Don't worry about going into a back bend just yet. We'll get to that. Let's do it again. Round your shoulders forward. And lift your chest. We're going to do that one more time. Just round. And lift your chest up. All right. If your legs are crossed, uncross your legs and send your legs out in front of you. I'm going to show you this from the side. All right. So stay right where you are. We're going to take your right hand behind you and just lean back into your right hand and lift your left arm towards the ceiling. You're going to turn your chest towards the right a little bit and reach your left arm over your head behind you. See if you feel a stretch on the left side of your body. All right, turn yourself back forward, switch. Take your left hand behind you, reach your right arm over your head. Just reach back, reach. And then we'll go back and forth. Back to the right, reach your left arm overhead. And switch to the left. One more time, switch right. And then switch left. You see how this is a side stretch? But we're kind of easing our way into a back bend. All right, place your hands behind you. Keep your legs out straight in front of you. Now we're going to ease ourselves a little bit more into a back bend. So you can either be on the palms of your hands, you could be on your fingertips if that feels better. Right? Take your awareness to your shoulder blades. Start to squeeze them towards one another. And when you squeeze your shoulder blades together, notice how your chest puffs up a little bit. Bring your shoulder blades apart. You feel that movement? Let's go back and forth. Squeeze. Your rib cage lifts a little bit. And relax the squeeze of your shoulder blades. All right, when you squeeze your shoulder blades, so you're really retracting your shoulder blades, squeezing them towards your thoracic spine. And then relax your shoulder blades. All right, come up to a seat. If you need, you can circle your wrists around and around. So we did a little bit of back bending, right? Place your hands on your thighs, round your shoulders forward. So this is more about rounding and less about folding, right? So I could fold and take my chest forward, but really here it's more about creating flexion in the spine. So a forward rounding. Lift your chest, just look straight forward. Want to bend your right knee, bring your right foot towards you. Take your right hand behind you and with your left hand on your right leg, just ease yourself to a twist towards the right. Turn yourself forward towards the front. Keep a bend in your right knee, just open your right knee out. And if you need to scoot one hip and then the other hip back so you sit right on the bottom of your pelvis, do that. You slide your hands to frame your left leg and lower your chest towards your left thigh or your left knee, just until you start to feel a stretch sensation on the back of your leg. And then notice here, because you might feel stretch in your lower back. For some people, it's more about the back than it is the leg. So just notice what it feels like on this side and where you feel sensation. Take your time, lift yourself up to a seat. You can help your right knee to close and straighten your right leg forward. Then bend your left knee. Once you bend your left knee, I'm going to take your left hand behind you with your right hand on your left leg. Use that leverage to pull yourself to a twist. So notice if you kind of sway your left knee in, try not to do that. It's more about the twist in your spine, right, than movement at your left hip. One more breath here. Then turn yourself forward towards the front and open your left hip. Stay right here. When you're ready, just lower your chest towards your right leg. Again, not forceful, just trying to feel this, see what you feel, where you feel it, the back of your leg or your lower back. So I notice in my body, I feel it more in the lower back on this side than I do on the back of the right leg. Take your time, lift your chest, come up to a seat. When you come up to a seat, we're going to close your right knee, left knee, and straighten your left leg forward towards the front of your mat. All right, take your hands, scoop your hands underneath your knees, bend both of your knees, and place your feet on your mat. Place your hands behind your thighs, round your upper back, shoulders, just kind of round forward, chin towards your chest, come up to a seat. So come out of that. And we'll do that a few more times just to get your spine moving into flexion and then back to neutral in a seat. And one more time, round and lift yourself up to a seat. Right, walk your feet together to touch. Open your knees, both of them apart from one another. So when you open your knees apart from one another, right, this feels different for a lot of people. So if you have, it just depends on the amount of range of motion that you have in your hip joint. So that varies for a lot of people. So for some people, your knees could be here. For others, knees a little bit more open. Wherever you are with your knees, that's fine. Just be there. Just honor this position in your body. Let it be okay. And without judging it or attaching any kind of negative feeling towards it, and you can just send some love to your hips, right? I'm going to take your hands and hold on to your ankles. Again, doesn't matter the position of your hips or your knees, just hold on to your ankles. And then remember that forward rounding that we did with your spine. You might feel a little bit more of a stretch here, right? So we're going to hold on to your ankles and then kind of lean back and let your shoulders round forward. Because you have your hands on your ankles, you might feel a little pull and you might feel a little bit more of a stretch sensation. I just lean into it. Keep a hold of your ankles, your legs, and lift yourself up to a seat. And let's do that one more time. Just round your shoulders forward. Kind of lean back or lean back into it. Hold your ankles and lift yourself back up to a neutral spine. All right, you can close your knees together and take the seat that feels the best for you. So again, it's either straight legs, it could be with your legs crossed, it could be with your feet on your mat. Just find the seat that feels the most comfortable to you. And then where are your shoulders? Are they over your hips or in front of them or behind them? And can you shift your shoulders so you could just Imagine it, they're right over your pelvis. Let me say here with a neutral spine, place your palms together to touch in front of your heart. And to honor this practice, we'll take a deep breath in through your nose and pause. Open mouth, exhale. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this beginner class is what we're calling it, but this is one of the most nourishing types of classes that even I enjoy, where I'm not focused on alignment or what my hips are doing, but more focused on the feeling in my body. So I hope you got that from this class. You can like it, share it with somebody who you think would really love to take a yoga class, or you know they need a yoga class, and subscribe so you know when I upload another class. I'm glad you're here. Bye.